Yes, what a blockbuster to start for both these clubs. And as I mentioned, both desperate to start the season. Manchester United, some strong words there from Bruno Fernandes and from Ruben Amorim, almost wanting to forget last season ever happened. Realistically, from where they are, their worst season, 73-74, where can they go this season? I've seen some people this week tipping them 5th, 4th even.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they possibly could.
No European
could be they possibly could get European football. I mean, they can't, mix it with the big boys. Let's say they've got no chance of getting in there with the Liverpools.
Do you like their recruitment?
Yeah, I think it's probably wise to recruit at that end of the pitch. I mean, they didn't create much. Certainly didn't score many, and haven't for a while. Didn't really excite going forward, and they've got numbers in midfield and at the back for that matter. So I think if they were going to invest, then I think it was the right area to do. Yeah, and it is. It's a total change, isn't it? Total sea change in terms of the players. I like Cunha. I think he's very, very good. I have a couple of little question marks. That type of player caused a little bit of trouble at Wolves. I just think Manchester United might put manners on him. It's a big club. You can't, walk in and all of a sudden start throwing your arms around and, grabbing people after games and getting sent off. And
others
like
have in the old culture, but this is Ruben Amorim now putting his stamp with his first pre-season on it.
Yeah. No, I do like him, and I think he could be a good sign, as long as mentally he's right. Mbeumo, proven Premier League, scoring goals. So, yeah, and obviously the new centre-forward, we'll see how he does. He's quite new to it. But, yeah, I like what I've seen. I mean, they simply cannot be as bad as they were, can they? So it's just how high they can climb. And if they can get a 6th or a 7th place in the league, then that's good progress, and then they can build from there.
We watched them in the summer series. What do you think?
I think 6th or 7th. I think that's realistic. In the middle of the area, in the middle of the pitch. Sorry, they've got bodies there. I think the recruitment in the summer's been good. Cunha, like Cunha. I think in terms of his temperament, I think he would understand that. This is a massive football club. From where we come from, it's a massive opportunity, a privilege to play for Man United. And I was lucky enough, I went into Brentford last season, so I saw him, spoke to him, good professional, wants to learn, spends a lot of time doing a lot of finishing, wants to score goals. So 2 good signings, and I just felt like they needed that, because I felt there was too many occasions last season where, over the years, we're so used to seeing Man United score a lot of goals, and all of a sudden, went for a team that, didn't even look like scoring. So the fact that they've brought in these 2 players, that can make the difference at the top end of the pitch was 2 big signings.
Now, on the subject of big signings and centre forwards, Gyokeres in from Sporting Lisbon for Arsenal. Is that the missing link? They certainly hope it is. Is it as simple as that for Arsenal, do you think, Maka?
Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is he going to be good enough to drive Arsenal forward to the Premier League? He was at Coventry before he went to Sporting. He did excel at Sporting. You almost felt that Gyokeres wasn't the player they wanted in that number 9 area. It was somebody else, I thought. They eventually brought Gyokeres in. Time will tell. Time will tell. I think the recruitment around, Zubamendi, Madueke, Norgard, they're the type of players that I thought have bolstered the squad. Gyokeres should score goals because Arsenal create lots of chances. Is he going to be good enough individually? We saw Ekitike tonight. He looks like a really good player already. Is he going to be that link-up play? But they have got Havertz and they've got Gabriel Jesus to come back as well. So maybe they'll get away with it. I don't know whether he is top quality number 9 yet. I need to see him in a Premier League environment, in a scenario. I saw Darwin Núñez. I saw Gonzalo Ramos for Benfica. They haven't hit the heights. I don't know whether Gyokeres is going to be like that, just under top quality, or whether he's going to really, really excel. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in an Arsenal shirt. I really am. Yeah. But Gyokeres or Sesko, it was a toss of a coin. We'll wait and see who's going to be the best out of them.
Has there ever been a player that's come over to the Premier League and had so much pressure on them? That position, they've been desperate for years and years and years. Not only that, he goes and asks for number 14 as well.
Yeah.
So he's got Thierry's number. Talk about pressure. In any way, everywhere you look, Arsenal fans are desperate for a goal scorer. They've got one, no question about that. 50-something goals last season, incredible. So they've got someone that can score the goals, but wow, the pressure on him is immense.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I think, there's question marks about him.
Yeah.
You look at Ekitike that comes in today for Liverpool, it's almost like the last thing you think of is pressure, don't you? He's just sort of, there's other massive signings around. There's no huge, but wow, down at Arsenal, it's
He's the
almost
main
like
one,
he
isn't he?
is the missing link.
Yeah.
And if he's good, then they can win it. If he's not, they're not going to win it.
And
It's a massive pressure.
funny enough, he scores all these goals in the Portuguese league. But I was at the game where Arsenal played Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League, and Arsenal went over and battered them, and he never got a kick. And you think to yourself, you wonder what's changed, to whoever's choosing the players at Arsenal, the sporting director, etc., or whether it's Mikel. You wonder what they've seen that they've gone, you know what? He's the one. He's the one we're going to pin all our hopes on. Because it's not Zubamendi or Moreno or Declan Rice. It's the number 9, unfortunately, because that's their missing piece, and they've chosen Gyokeres.